Hey you guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new, do hit that subscribe button as well as the bell so anytime any new content is uploaded, you will be the first to find out. Without further ado, you guys, let's just dig right on into this video. So since Judge Joe Brown has been retired from his courtroom show, he's been extremely vocal about his opinions on a lot of things. I know you guys checked out the title of this video. Yes, I called it Messy Brown because it gets pretty messy. We're going to check out this video together. It's a short clip, but I'm going to give my reaction through the video as well as after the video, so do stick around for that. But Judge Joe Brown got pretty messy talking about Kamala, regardless of whatever your political beliefs are. Let's just check out this video together. Yeah.
She's a piece of shit. I was in California. She lacked professional competence, and she worked on it by hiking up her hemline when she needed influence rather than researching. I was out in California for 15 years doing my show when she was at her peak, and she had a reputation.
Y'all, we're gonna let this video play, but even the way Judge Joe Brown starts off cursing, talking about she's a piece of, and all that, in my opinion, he's talking about what lacks professionalism. If that don't sound unprofessional, whether he's retired or not, I don't know what does. But that sounds, let's let the video play. Let's hear him out.
Amongst the trial lawyers are being lazy. She just hike her skirt up and try to flirt. And she wasn't that good in the courtroom, if not pretty bad in the courtroom. So I'm not surprised at what she does. She's 60 years old, and I think listening to her word salad and the way she talks, I think she's got early onset dementia and also some problems with menopausal complications. That's that. You see, today is going to be tomorrow, so since it's going to be tomorrow, today we have tomorrow, which is why we are now. Like, what did you say?
Y'all, because I'm giving my reaction through this video, you guys, but whether what he's saying is true or not, like I say, regardless of political beliefs, if you guys check out a video, I did a video talking about politics, so you guys can already, if you watch that video, we'll get an idea of kind of like my stance with that. But how I feel is, regardless of whether or not you're a fan of Kamala or not, Judge Joe Brown, in my opinion, comes off, he just sounds really salty. I don't know if he once had a relationship with her or he tried to pursue her and she turned him down, but he sounds almost to me like a guy that tries to holler at you, walking down the street, and maybe you reject him or you turn him down, and they're like, the guy is like, oh, well, F you then, I ain't like you anyway. Oh, like that's, he sounds like sour. He sounds very sour. Sounds like it might be a little bit more to the story than him just not being a fan of Kamala's. If she hiked up her skirt and all that, I don't know if she hiked it up for him, but let's see. Let's keep going.
They have something in mind, but they cannot cognate getting all the way through it, which is why she's famous for this word salad garbage, and she doesn't make a bit of sense. I think since she's only 60, she's actually on a worse track than Biden was. Biden is 20-some years older than her, and he has been senile for a long time. Now, about 5 or 6 years ago, when did they start ramping up to do this? 2019. Okay, I was saying Biden has been a failure his whole adult career, a second-rate, third-string player. He's in the game, so he wants to make a name for himself. I considered him for years poor trailer park, urban trailer park trash. And he's a crook. He's a third stringer. Now, what I said he was going to do is he probably wants to claim fame for being the first person to see to it that a woman got to be president. And what I predicted, I'm slightly wrong on it, was that he was going to get in, try to get elected, and if he got one term, try to get elected for a second one. And then halfway through his term, when he had served 2 years, to retire or resign in her.
And you guys, real quick, when he talked about word salad, I think that's just a political thing. I think most politicians do speak in political jargon, which is just a lot of word salad anyway. But you know, his disses at Biden, it's all good. Like I say, you know, you don't have to be a fan of, you know, people politically or whatever. He's entitled to how he feels, you know. But how hard he went in on Kamala, aside from it just being messy, it sounds to me, it just looks bad on him. It looks bad on Judge Joe Brown. It looks like he, you know, maybe it's a little more to the story, her being a trial lawyer, maybe, you know, I don't know. But, you know, maybe he tried to shoot his shot and got shot down. I don't know. But he sounds a little sour to me. I don't know. Let's keep going.
Favor. So under the 22nd Amendment, what happens is she can serve for the final 2 years for somebody and then be elected twice more. So that woman would be able to serve 10 years, second only to Franklin Delano Roosevelt, who got elected to 4 terms before they put the amendment in place so you couldn't. Now, that said, I think, and my major at UCLA was political science, my analysis is they picked the weakest somebody they could as a figurehead, somebody who had some apparent minority status, which she does not. And what goes on is that you get her, everybody that is everybody would be afraid to go against her because of what she can pass herself off as. And then you get somebody that's easy to control because she's lazy, because she is becoming incoherent, and because she's always tried to do the casting couch to get where she wants. Now, the problem is that'll get somebody to a certain level quickly. But you can't get past that level if you don't have competence and talent. So my thing about it is if I'm crude about it, in this city years ago, I used to represent a whole bunch of pimps and hoes, and I know a hoe when I see one.
Dang,
and
yo. As y'all see, he's getting, you know, talking about pimps, hoes, casting couches. You know, my thing is, how would he know all of this? You know, does he... You know, if it's not firsthand or a buddy of his told him XYZ about Kamala, which why would he still have so much like venom other than maybe he was salty that maybe Kamala wasn't interested in Judge Joe Brown back in the day. I don't know, but just as a black man to speak about another black woman like that, let's take politics out of it. But just him as a black man, just to throw so much dirt on Kamala's name like that, to me, it says more about him than it says about Kamala. But yeah.
I'll say this, I don't care, women, you do what you want to do if you want to have recreational sex, but when you do the casting couch or anything else for professional purposes to get paid or advance, you a hoe. And she's old hoe. And the problem is what is she supposed to do? Somebody, one of her sycophant slaves comes up and unwraps her in a carpet naked at Putin's feet, and he says, oh yeah, I'm Julius Caesar. He said, no, I got better stuff here already. Plus, I don't want you anyway, you old woman. Get on up. Oh, and she's old hoe.
Jesus Christ.
I hate old miserable ass
Jesus.
niggas, yo. It's like, what? You could have told us you didn't like her without all the disrespect.
It be
like
your
that.
own people. Damn it.
Yeah,
man.
absolutely.
I will say though, I agree with everything that y'all just said, but I like to hear some of that old verbiage. You're hacking up your hemline. I ain't never heard that one.
Yeah, Judge Joe Brown did take it back real old school, but yeah, to me, Judge Joe Brown, he just came off sounding more like a scorned lover or just a guy that had never got a chance to shoot his shot, or his shot got turned down. He just sounds real sour and, you know, I don't know, kind of bitchy to me. Let's see.
Hiking up your hemline?
Yes,
I ain't never heard that
old.
one.
Sound like an old
That
ass
sound
cowboy. You get on somebody's nerves.
Yeah, oh, Lord. have
Anyway,
mercy.
a lot of people disagree with him. I mean, they slandered him online. I mean, I'm not really worried about that, but it's just like, yo,
Certain things you don't
like
even
you
give
said,
no
to be
energy.
your own people. Like some things you just don't have to say. You could have said, yo, I don't feel no way about it. I don't like her.
I just
or
don't like
whatever.
her. We don't get along. She's not my cup of tea.
God
But damn, to go
damn.
that far, you're hiking up your hemline and laying on the couch.
Here's the thing, people be saying things
It's
that you
so-
can't even prove. Did you?
Right.
Did she sleep with you and you gave her some career
Absolutely
advancement?
not.
Like,
That's
where's
what
this
he-
coming from? Like, where
That's
is
what
it?
it sounds
He
like.
said,
She
she
didn't
said.
give him none.
Yeah. It's
Back
just like
in the day or
certain things
whatever.
you don't even give no energy.
Charlamagne makes a good point. Like, where is that coming from? Like, that's a lot of venom. You know, like, what kind of encounters did they have or not have to make Judge Joe Brown that, like, spiteful sounding? Like, what is that about?
And he
Hiking
old
up
and
your
retired. He
hemline.
got mad because he got fired from being a TV judge. It just is what it is. And he be getting drunk all day. Anyway. No, because I'm mad about that. Don't
See,
play
there
with
you
no,
go.
don't play with her like that.
You just threw a bunch of stuff on him.
Yes,
Oh, he
definitely
an
did.
old alcoholic. He just be getting drunk all day. That's all he do.
He got
You know?
fired. He ain't got nothing else to do. He hiking up his
Okay, you guys, so you all checked out both clips. Let me know what you guys think. I know this is not super new, but, you know, Judge Joe Brown, like I say, since he has been retired, his opinions have not been retired. And he is more outspoken than ever. The way he reacted, how, you know, grimy he sounded, it says more about Judge Joe Brown than it would ever say about Kamala. He's talking about professionalism and all that kind of stuff. Like, I don't even care that he's retired. Like, nothing that came out of his mouth ever sounded professional. Like I say, if anything, he just comes off sounding like a scorned lover or a guy that she overlooked, and, you know, whatever he says about her, maybe she just didn't look his way. I don't know. And like I say, that's despite how you might feel politically, even if you are not a fan of Kamala, even if you don't plan to vote, even whatever. To me, like I say, just on the level of it being a black man throwing dirt on a black woman's name like that is just really, like I say, it's kind of, it just comes off sounding very bitter, kind of, you know, bitchy, and just, it's not a good look. So you guys leave comments down below. Let me know what you guys think, and check out part 2. Yes, because Judge Joe Brown, he keeps it coming. We'll check that out.